Hi everyone. Welcome to Learn English from Professor. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you genuinely want to be fluent in English. English is a language spoken all around the world. People from many different places use English to talk, work, and make friends. Learning how to talk in English can open many doors. Today, we're going to explore why learning English is so important, how listening can make it easier, and some secrets to help you get better every day. Imagine meeting people from different countries. You might not speak the same language, but with English, you have a chance to communicate. English is often the common language people use to share ideas, tell stories, or discuss important matters. By learning to speak English well, you can connect with more people and understand their stories and cultures. Listening is a big part of learning any language. When you listen to people who speak English well, you start to understand their accent, tone, and way of speaking. If you're watching a movie or listening to a song in English, try focusing on how the words are used. It's like when we listen to a friend tell a story. We pay close attention to every word and try to feel what they're feeling. Listening closely can help us remember phrases and sentences and understand how to use them ourselves. Sometimes it's hard to keep listening when we don't understand every word, but here's a little trick. Try to find something you enjoy, like a favorite story, song, or movie. When we like what we're hearing, it's easier to keep listening. Listening to things you enjoy makes learning feel less like work and more like fun. It's like going on an adventure every time you listen. Learning to speak English well takes practice, and it can be hard. There are moments when you might feel like giving up, especially if you're trying to remember long words or strange grammar rules. But remember, every time you speak, you're getting better. Even if you make mistakes, you're learning, and that's what matters. One thing that can help is to think deeply about what you're trying to say. Imagine how you'd say it in your language, then try to find the English words that match. Taking a little extra time to think about your words can make your sentences clearer. You don't have to speak fast to sound good. Speaking slowly and clearly can be powerful too. Sometimes the journey to learning English feels like climbing a mountain. You start at the bottom, and the top seems far away, but every step you take brings you closer. Each new word you learn, each sentence you understand, is a step forward, and the view from the top, being able to talk to people from all over the world, is worth the climb. If you want to improve, try to speak as much as possible, even if it feels strange. Talk to yourself in English. Try describing things around you or telling yourself a story. The more you use the language, the more natural it becomes. Reading is also helpful. Find simple books or stories and read them out loud. You'll start noticing how sentences are built, and it will help you when you speak. Some words in English have deep meanings. They can make us think and feel in a special way. Words like hope, dream, or courage are simple, but they carry powerful thoughts. When you start using words like these, your English will feel richer. Sometimes deep words can express big feelings or ideas, and people will feel connected to what you're saying. The struggle to learn a new language can feel lonely, but remember, many people around the world are on the same journey. Every person who has learned to speak English has gone through hard times. They faced the same challenges and made the same mistakes. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to feel tired. What matters is that you keep going little by little. Think about a river flowing down a mountain. At first, it's just a small stream, but as it keeps going, it becomes bigger and stronger. Learning English is like that. It may start small, but with time and practice, your confidence grows and you become stronger in speaking. With each small step you take in learning English, you are becoming more fluent. Each word you learn, each sentence you understand, builds your confidence. This journey may be challenging, but it is worth every bit of effort. Keep reminding yourself of the goals you're working toward, whether it's connecting with more people, learning new things, or simply expressing yourself in a new language. Sometimes learning English can feel like a puzzle where every word and rule seems confusing. But piece by piece, as you practice and understand more, the puzzle starts coming together. You realize that all those strange rules and words make sense when you see the bigger picture. With every new word or sentence you understand, you add another piece to your puzzle. To stay motivated, think of each practice session as a step towards something exciting. Every time you speak or listen, you're closer to expressing yourself more clearly. Maybe one day you'll be able to tell someone a story in English, share a laugh, or even comfort someone. These are moments that make learning English worthwhile, as they help you feel connected to others in a meaningful way. If you're struggling to keep going, remember that learning English, like anything, takes time. Nobody becomes fluent overnight. Even people who seem to speak perfectly have had their own struggles. They've made mistakes, misunderstood words, and felt nervous. But every time they tried again, they got better. Keep practicing, even when it feels hard. Every small effort counts. You may not notice the changes right away, but slowly you'll find yourself speaking more smoothly, understanding faster, and feeling more confident. Each sentence you speak, each word you learn, builds your English skills bit by bit. If you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, take a deep breath. Remind yourself that it's okay to learn at your own pace. You don't have to rush to reach perfection. Learning English is a journey that requires patience. Patience is your best friend when learning English. It's like planting a tree. You plant the seed, water it, and wait. At first, you don't see anything, but underground roots are growing strong. Over time, a small sprout appears, and one day, it becomes a big tree. Learning English grows just like that. The roots of your hard work and patience make your skills strong, and eventually you'll see yourself improving. Try to enjoy each part of learning. Take joy in discovering a new word or understanding a sentence without help. Celebrate the little victories, like remembering a difficult word or completing a conversation. These small wins add up, and they make you realize that you're getting better, step by step. By focusing on these small moments, you keep your motivation alive and enjoy the process. Sometimes there may be days when you don't feel like practicing. That's normal. Everyone has days like that. Instead of forcing yourself, try something lighter on those days. Maybe watch a short English video, listen to a song, or read a simple story. Just keeping a little contact with the language, even when you're tired, keeps your progress steady. One good way to practice is by finding a partner to talk to. If you have someone you trust, practice speaking with them, even if they're learning too. Having a friend to talk with can make speaking feel less scary. You can correct each other, laugh at mistakes, and encourage each other. Remember, it's okay to laugh at your mistakes. Every mistake is just a lesson that makes you better. Also remember that learning English doesn't have to be perfect. Don't worry if you make small mistakes in grammar or if your pronunciation isn't perfect. What matters most is that people understand you and feel your message. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. Think of every mistake as a stepping stone towards speaking more fluently. To help your listening skills, try to surround yourself with English as much as possible. If you like listening to music, try finding songs with simple lyrics and listen closely. Or watch movies with subtitles, which helps you see the words as you hear them. Over time, you'll start to pick up new words and phrases without even trying. It's like learning from the world around you. Listening is like a window into real English. You get to hear how words flow together, how people pause, and how they express emotion. Watching and listening to people who speak well teaches you rhythm, which can make your English sound more natural. Imagine you're listening not just with your ears, but with your heart, understanding not just the words, but the feelings behind them. You might also try keeping a journal in English. Writing helps you remember words and gives you a space to practice without feeling nervous. It's like a private place where you can try new words, experiment with sentences, and build your confidence. Each time you write, you're helping yourself become a better speaker. Sometimes the words you want to say may not come easily, but don't let that stop you. Try describing things around you. Talk about your day, even if it's just to yourself. Describe simple things, like what you see out the window or what you had for lunch. Every time you practice describing things, you're training your brain to think in English. Even when you struggle, keep in mind the big picture. Learning English connects you to a larger world. Imagine being able to travel to new places, watch movies without needing subtitles, or read books in English. This vision can remind you of why you're working so hard.